Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I have a new recipe for you and I am sharing how I make my saltfish fritters. Now these babies are crispy on the outside and inside is soft and packed full of saltfish. Now the first thing you want to do is to remove the salt. Now there are two ways to remove the salt. We can either boil it or you can soak it overnight. Next I'm going to drain the saltfish. And when it's cool to touch, I am going to go in there with my hands and flake it. I do not want any large chunks. I want it to be nice and fine. Now that we have it to the consistency that we want, we're going to add finely diced garlic, thyme, scallion, parsley, and some kind of a spicy pepper. I am using wiri pepper, but you can also use Scotch bonnet. Next, I'm going to add onions. Now this is completely optional. You can absolutely leave out the onions if you don't care for it, but I like it, so that's why I added it. Now mix it just to make sure that everything is evenly distributed. The next step is to make this into a batter, and we're going to do this by adding flour, baking powder, and water, and giving it a good mix. Please be sure to subscribe, and just a reminder, the link to this recipe will be below in the description box, so be sure to check that out. I felt as though the dough needed a little bit more liquid, so I added more water. I wanted it to be kind of loose, almost runny, and you're going to see the consistency once I begin to fry it. Now, adding the oil to the pan, and this is going to be over medium to high heat. And we're just going to drop the batter by spoonfuls into the hot oil and allow it to fry until it's golden brown. You're going to know that your oil is hot enough because as soon as the batter is dropped in, it's just going to puff up and rise to the top. I just like to go in there and just kind of turn it around just to make sure that all sides are nice and golden brown once it's finished frying. Once these are golden brown and cooked all the way through, we're going to remove it from the oil and place it on a plate lined with paper towel. Now be careful not to cook these too fast because these can be golden brown on the outside but still raw in the middle. And that's it. These could not be simpler, and I promise you they will not last long. It's nice and crispy on the outside, and in the middle it's just packed full of saltfish and herbs, and it's so delicious. The link to the recipe is below in the description box. Please be sure to subscribe, and thank you for watching.